Alright everybody, welcome to our solo playthrough of Welcome to. This is the neighborhood building game that took the world by storm a few years ago. I want to say this was 2018 when this one came out. It was a big Gen Con release. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're taking a look at the solo mode today. Now, in Welcome to Solo, what we have here, this should be turned over, are 3 construction plans. We can only score on the back side of the construction plans. On number 1, I need an estate of 2 estates of 5. Number 2 is 3 estates of 1 and 1 estate of 6. And on number 3, it's an estate of 2, an estate of 3, and an estate of 5. I think they're called estates, yeah? Are they called estates? I just want to make sure. Yeah, housing estates. All right. Anyway, so in the solo mode, what we're going to do is take 3 cards, and then we're going to choose 2 of them to perform the action that we want to choose. So let's start here. We have 5, 11, and 6. Now the rulebook tells us that you are going to kind of just figure out with the action on the back which one you want to use there. So we're looking to make a bunch of estates, so we're going to want to keep that in mind with the fences. So I am going to choose the 5 as my number, and then it doesn't really matter, either or will be the action there. So let's see where on this, oh, sorry about that everybody. All right, let me just turn that off. Okay. Where I want to put the 5. Now, I'm one of those people that loves just doing everything numerically, even though there's plenty of room. The cards go from 1 to 15, and this opening street here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I think if I'm going to go numerically, I'm going to go for the long street. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I am writing upside down. Does that look like a 5? I hope that looks like a 5. And a fence. I'm actually going to put it right near here, because that way we've got our 5 estate coming up already. So I'm just going to check the camera to make sure we're looking good. Well, let's get a little closer. A little bit closer. There we go. That's a bit better, I think. All right. So let's just take these away. All right, so now we have 6, 6, and 4. Only because I want to make sure everything gets in the camera. Well, we are trying to make sure that this estate is cleared out. So I want to use the 4, but I also want to get a pool. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm going to put the 4 here. 4. So I'm choosing the 4 and the pool while discarding the 6. So what happens here is, this is just something I do. I put little stars here to mark that I have the pool, and then you mark down there that you've made a pool. Okay. By the way, there is a card in here called the solo card. Once you hit the solo card, all these wipe out. Okay? And then yeah, then I can't score them. I'm just taking a look to see if there's anything else I need to handle with the solo game, and I think that's it. It's just whatever your score is what your score is, and the only way to score the 7 points is if I use 6 temps. All right, those are gone. So then 10, 3, and 4. All right, so temp agencies, just to let you know, can change the number up or downwards of 2. But you know what? Just to get this going, I'm going to use the 3 as the number with the temp agency. This 4 can go away. I'm going to change that 3 to a 1 and put it right there. And then I use the temp agency. Okay. All right, so we have 7, 1, and 11. Now I could, since I'm trying to get those 7 points for the temp agency, I could choose the one with the temp agency here. So let's do that and change that to a 3. Is that a 3? That's an E. My goodness. I told you I'm doing this upside down. 3. Okay. Alright, so by the way, the game will end with one of the main 3 end game conditions as per usual, or the deck runs out. Now, the main 3 are I fill in every street, I complete every construction goal, or I commit 3 violations in building, which is I can't place anything out. Alright. If any of those 3 are met, then the game ends, or it's when the deck runs out. Okay. Now, I could use the 2, but I'm not going to because we also want to fill in the ends of streets as well. Plus, oh, you know what, though? I think I'm going to choose the 2 and that. So I'm going to take this 5 out, and so I'm going to do a 2 with that. And the reason being, how's that for an upside down 2? Okay. So now with this, I get to choose, and I believe it's any. I'm just going to check, because I know this is a very popular game, and I don't want to mess this up. Yep. So I get to choose a real estate column and check it off. And this is basically numbers multiplied by the number of how many you have. So we're trying to work on 5 estates. A lot of that popped up. So I'm going to mark off this. So now each of my 5 estates are worth 6. All right. Okay. Okay, so now I have 7, 14, and a 9. A lot of fences. So what I'm going to do, 2, 4, 5. If I put a 7 here, see, I'm going to use the 7 and one of the fences. And I'm actually going to put the 7 right here and the fence right there. So then that's, if I can get these 2 filled, I'll have number 1 fairly quickly. Ooh. All right, 3 with the temp, 13 with the fence, and 9 with estate. So I'm definitely taking the 3. Oh, that would work out so much better if I had that. I thought I was going to take the 3. I'm not going to take the 3. So I'm going to take the 13 and this right here. Okay. So I'm going to put 13 maybe right here at the end of the street. I messed that up. That's 31. I'm not doing well with the upside down 3s, everybody. So this is going to be 13. It doesn't look right, but that is right. Yep, that's a 13. And cross off another 5. Okay. So I got a pool option, which might be good. Yeah, let's see here. Or a temp agency. That's my thinking sound, I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and do this. Actually, we're going to take the 10 and the as the number and the 8 here as the temp, and I'm going to make that a 12. So 1, 2, and I used a temp. All right. 10, 6, and 11. Now, one of the 2 things left we haven't kind of encountered, and we probably will do that now, is I'll just discard this 10 and have the 6 and the park. So park's probably the easiest thing out of this whole game. So I'm going to put the 6 here. 6, and then I go to the park row and I cross off that. So now I have a park worth 2 on my street. Right now the parks are all worth 0. 6, 6, and 9. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to discard this 9. And then we are going to actually use this. So I'm going to put the 6 here. 6. That's a 6, I promise. Like I said, upside down writing. And I need to make a fence. Now I also need a 6. So let's do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. And I don't believe that I have to draw fences on the street. I just place the number on. Choose any available white dotted space. Okay. Yep. So that's good. Alright. So now 9, 3, and 2. Okay. Still trying to fill these up. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to take the number 3 and the temp agency, and we have our first estate of 5. All right. 12, 3, 7. We are still trying to get that estate, so we're going to discard 7, keep 3, and use the temp agency. On the solo game, do I only get the points if it's exactly 7? At least 6 temps. Okay, so I'm going to turn that 3 into a 4. And I've already crossed off the temp agency. Okay, so 10, 5, and 4. I'm going to actually use this, the 10 we're going to use, I think. Yes, the 10. This is going to get discarded because I want to keep growing the points for the 5 estate. So let's see, 12. I want to put the because I don't want to save those for pools. So let's put the 10 here, and then I'll knock off another of that. Okay. 8, 9, 15. Okay, so we have a 9 pool possibility. Or, sorry, a pool possibility. I could. So here's what we're going to do. This gets discarded. I will have 8 with a pool. That's that. Let me mark my little. Because you can write numbers in where there's a pool, but you won't get points unless you have the pool card. So that's why I know that I've gotten certain ones with that ability. Okay, so I have an 11, an 8, and a 4. Let's see. We got to fill up this 6 as well. Let's do the 8, however. No, we're going to do the 11 and the fence. So put the 11 right here, and we need to make fences. So we have this here. We also need a 2. Now, I don't believe they need to be on separate streets. These estates do not have to be in the same street. Okay. So I could do this with the fence, because then we need the 2, the 3, and the 5. Okay. 8, 1, 8. So we have some parks we can do, but we also have a 1. 1s aren't bad, but I prefer to have a 1 with a pool here. So let's do just 8. This 8 with the park. So we could put the 8 here. Oh, sorry, meant to do that for this one. Okay? All right. 11, 12, 15. got some pool options. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do right here. Boom, 11 with a pool. 11 with a pool. Boop. All right. 10, 10, and 9. All right, this time we could do a 9 with a park. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to discard that one. 9 with a park. And we're going to put that 9. Oh boy. 9. That looks like a G. Okay. Oh, yep, I did the park. 7, 14, and 9. Okay. Could do 14 in a park, but we still need to build some fences. So let's do this. We're going to do 14 with a fence. Okay. So as soon as I get something that can fill that in, I'll have completed both 1 and 3 at the same time. 5, 5, 8. Okay. Let's do 8 with that. And because we've got 2 and a 3 estate filled up, I'm actually going to do this. Okay. 7, 10, and a 12. Oh, excuse me, everybody. Oh, 10 with a pool. 10 with a pool. 10 with a pool. Whenever there's a pool option, it's always really easy for me to figure out what I want to do. 13, 5, and a 2. Now, in order to score some stuff, I'm just going to have to take that 2 without the pool. But we are going to make a fence. Okay, so 2. And then I will make a fence here. So we can start working on the 1s as well. So I have a complete 5 and a complete 5, which scores me this. 4 points. Yes, that's a 4. And then I also have a 2, a 3, and a 5. Once again, I will check just to make sure. Must complete all the required housing estates. Do not have to be in the same street. There is no restriction to the location of a plan's estates. So a 2, a 3, and a 5. So that gets me 7 points. Okay. So the only one now I have to worry about is that. And we are 2/3 of the way to completing that endgame condition. Not sure I'm going to do that, though, because the 6th estate, which is here, is empty. Oh, I even had 2 5s there as well. Okay. 8 and 8 and 15. Got some pools here. But I already have all my 8s out, so it's going to have to be a 15. So let's just do 15. I could pick the one with the BIS. The BIS is basically negative points you can extend. But I'm going to just pick the pool because I don't like using BIS because of the negative. Even though there is no option for that. 1, 5. There was no other option for me, or else I would have had to have taken the negative there. Yep. Just making sure I could have done that. Okay, 8, 6, and 7. All right, so we have some options here. I think we're going to go with the 7 in the park, so I can score some points off of the second row here. So 7 with the park. 7, 9, and 13. I need one more temp just to get the points for it. So I'm going to do a 6 here. All right, so now I at least know I'm getting 7 points with the temp agency at the end. 12, 11, 7. I wonder where that solo card is. Maybe it made it all the way to the bottom. Let's do... Oh, I wonder if my head is getting in the way, but I think I'm fine. So let's do this at 11 with a park. I mean, I would flip it over, but they're all parks. All right. 12. And this is, I think, the last round. This is the solo card, which means this is now out. 12, 1, and 4. So let's go ahead. We can really cash out on the 5s. So let's do a 12 with the estate. And we're going to do the 12 right here. And then I'll mark that off down there. All right. So now we score. Just making sure with solo there's nothing else I got to do. Yep. Let's see if that's in frame. And I can come because over here, because then otherwise I'm definitely going to mess it up. I'm going to get it in here so we could then zoom in. All right. 4 plus 7 is 11 points. And then with the parks, what you do is you take the values of all of these. So 2, 4, and 4, so that's 10 points. Now, you've seen me score games before. You know that I like to put the amount on the in-between as I go along so I don't have to get a calculator out. Pool is 13 points. 13. So that is 34. Now I've scored at least 6 temps, which means I get the 7 points from the solo mode. Just put those there for reference. 7 points. So that's 41. So now this is the most complicated part of the whole thing. You go through and count the completed estates of all these numbers, and then you put them down here, and then you're going to score. For example, I have one completed estate of 1, so I will put a 1 here. I have one completed estate of 2. I have one completed estate of 3. I have 0 completed estates of 4. So, yep, 0. I have 1, 2, 3 completed estates of 5 and 0 completed estates of 6. So then what you do is 1 times 1 is 1. Then you find the number 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 0 is 0. 10 times 3 is 30. And then 0. So then let's go through with that. So this is 42, 45, 48, 78. All right. Okay. That's how that works. Then we have 0 negative points, 0 negative points on that, which gives us 78. All right. Now, here is the kicker. I don't believe, I looked through the rulebook a few times, that there is anything that talks to us about like how well of a score you had. I didn't see that. So I just know that I got 78 points from my playthrough of Welcome 2. And that's going to be it for me today, everybody. Thanks for joining me. And if you are enjoying these solo videos, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more of them, make sure you're subscribed so you're alerted as to when they upload. And we're looking to get as much content out there as we can. And this has really been a lot of fun for me to do because I've never really done much solo gaming before. So thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.